Hi, I'm gonna give it just a couple minutes to jump on. As I promised, I was gonna go live today, and I can't wait to chat with so many of you. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna be sharing today, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram, so I'm gonna try to control my eyes on the back and forth thing the best I can. But today I wanna discuss the number one thing that is it's the first step when it comes to fat loss, and it's the number one most important thing, and no one's talking about it. And this one change, this one thing can change everything for you, So we're gonna be diving into fat loss. I'm gonna share this one thing, and I'm gonna dive a little deeper into that. But I also am gonna use this opportunity today to answer any questions that you have when it comes to fat loss. So jump on. As you're joining me on Facebook or Instagram, please chime in. Let me know who you are. Let me know that you're on. Let me know where you're chiming in from. And tell me your age, please, because I love to know if I'm reaching women, especially in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. I'm 49, so I love when I'm reaching women, especially in that age group. If you're younger, older, still welcome, but that is where my expertise lies. So let's see who's on. Hi. The only thing I can't stand about Instagram is I can never see your actual name. So if you've got a fun screen name, let me know your name too. Hey, Jessica, I see you there. Hi, Lorena. Hi, Andy, I see you. How are you? Let's see, we've got 41, awesome, seeing you. And for those of you new to my page, I'm Natalie Jill, and I see there's another Natalie on. Hi, I'm Natalie Jill, and I kill fat for a living. That's what I do. And that's not just the fat on our bodies. It's also what I call false assumed truths, which I'm gonna get a little bit into. And those are those beliefs, those crazy beliefs that hold us back from our goals. So today I'm gonna talk to you about fat loss specifically though. Okay, let's see who's on. Hi, Sue. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Jennifer. And if you think this topic will be interesting for others, please share it so we can have a good discussion here. Okay, when it comes to fat loss, what we always see, especially if we start scrolling online, we see two categories when it comes to fat loss. Any guesses what those are? Because what I'm gonna share is outside of that category. But we see two categories when it comes to fat loss. Anytime anyone has a question about fat loss or weight loss. And those two categories typically fall into fitness, workout, or nutrition, what you're eating, right? That's what we see. Fitness, how much do we have to work out? How hard do we have to crush our bodies? What new moves we have to do? And then we see the nutrition aspect. What do we have to stop eating? What do we have to eat? What do we have to take? Those are the two categories. Now, I could share all kinds of information on those two categories, and I'm happy to. But what we're missing when it comes to those two categories is the first step. And it's the absolute most important step. And it's a thing that I always say comes first. And any transformation, every single transformation I have worked with, whether it's for building their body or for building their brand, they started with this one step. Okay, and before I tell you what that step is, I'm gonna share a little story with you. And this goes back to when I used to train clients one-on-one. So when I train clients one-on-one, and I know if you are a trainer listening, you have experienced that. And by the way, if you are a trainer, let me know that, so I know that you're on and I wanna hear this. If you're a trainer, you've experienced this. But I was training a client, and I was sitting down with her, and before we even started working out, I asked her a lot of questions about her, what she wanted for herself. And she had about 50 pounds to lose. And she described with vivid detail what she wanted for herself. She said, wow, Natalie, I want to have a tiny waist. I want to be curvy. I want to have these nice toned arms. And I want to be glowing from the inside out. And I want to be able to wear one of those super cute workout outfits. That's what she said to me. And I asked her more about it. And she said, well, I would be toned, I'd have the line down my stomach, like the ab line, I'll have defined arms, tiny waist. In fact, I would be wearing these really short shorts if I could fit into it. She described this with vivid detail. And she was excited sharing her dream and her vision. Awesome. So I was clear on what she wanted. She was clear on what she told me that she wanted. And then we started to train together. And as days went on training with her, one day, we're working out together, and in walks another woman who was hot. I mean, this woman is hot. She's got the tiny sport bra on, she's got the leggings on, the tiny waist. She has the whole package of everything my client had at one time told me that she wanted. The whole package. And my client rolls her eyes at the woman and looks at me and says, ugh, that's so fake. Okay, interesting. Now, where am I going with this story? We get what we ask for all of the time. We attract what we want all of the time. And words become things. So when we talk or speak into vision, what we want for ourselves, are we really living in that space of possibility and vision? Are we really looking for what we say that we want? Because what I pointed out to my client that day was, that's so interesting. You told me on day one what you wanted. You described it with vivid detail. You said, I want to be small and toned and tiny waist and curvy and toned arms and a line down my stomach. And in walks a woman who has exactly what you want. And instead of you turning to me or her and saying, wow, that woman worked hard. How do I get what she did? How do I learn to train like she did? How do I eat what she does? How do I learn to listen to what she listens to? Instead of doing that, my client rolled her eyes and said, ugh, how fake. Now, why do I share that story? I share that story because be careful what you are thinking about. Your thoughts become things. When we say that we've decided what we want, are we truly living in that vision? Because if you believe you want something, and anytime you see it, you're going, oh, that's terrible, or that's fake, or you're gossiping about it, then you are continuing to push it away. You're pushing it away, and you're not going to achieve that for yourself. It's a powerful story that I remember and share with all clients because this is where we forget. This is what we don't focus on. I started this live tonight with what is the first step when it comes to fat loss? It's not your workouts. It's not the supplements you're taking, and it's not your nutrition. All of those things are key, but it's not where you start. Where you start is making a decision. It's deciding. And I'm going to explain that word a little more because deciding is a big word. But deciding always comes first. And that's not just with fat loss, y'all. This is critical when it comes to changing your finances, when changing your career, when up-leveling your relationship, up-leveling your health. Anything that you want to accomplish, it starts with a decision. So I'm going to ask you, those of you watching, have you decided, first step, that you want to change your body, that you want to be in your best health, that you want to achieve fat loss this year? Have you decided that? And if you have, please say, I want to talk to me here. Say, I've decided. So just so I know that, I've decided. Because I want to go a little bit deeper on that level. So tell me that you've decided if you have, that's first step. Deciding is not just a decision that you're telling me here. The second step is you got to declare it. So that's why I'm asking you, say, I decided that this is what's happening for me. But when you decide something, I want you to be so aware of what are you attracting in or what are you pushing away. Because like that client I just shared, she was telling me what she wanted, but her actions, her rolling her eyes, her gossiping, her talking negatively about what was right in front of her is not a decision. A decision is I've decided and I'm going to start attracting any and all things to help me get there. Okay? That's a decision. That is a decision. That's a decision. A decision is not, it would be nice if, I might try, I'm thinking about, yes, but that's not a decision. A decision is it's happening. A few more stories on that note that I want to share. My daughter's a singer, has nothing to do with fat loss. She's a singer. From the time that she was 3 years old, she has been saying, I am going to be a very well-known singer. She has said it. She talks in vivid detail about being at the Grammys, about performing. She talks as if it's happening. When she meets another singer or when she hears another singer, what does not happen is she doesn't roll her eyes at them. She doesn't dismiss it. She doesn't judge. She doesn't gossip. She tries to take from them, what do I need that they have? What do I learn that they do? How do they practice? What are their habits? How do I start doing that? That's a decision. That's a decision. A decision is, I've decided this, and I'm gonna start looking for everything that's gonna support that. That's a decision. So back to fat loss. I'm gonna ask you again, because I know many of you joined in because you're like, I wanna lose weight, I wanna do this. Have you actually decided that it's happening? Have you decided that it's happening? Tell me that. Hi Maria, I see you there. Have you decided? Tell me I've decided, because that's the first step. And I saw one of my friends just say, not 100%. See, not 100% doesn't get you results. And I'm gonna call, one of my friends is on here. I just saw Kelly on here. Just to give you another story about decision. I decided that I was late to the game on TikTok. Here I'm talking to you on Facebook and Instagram right now. Late to the game on TikTok. And I decided, without a doubt, the other day, I'm gonna build TikTok. That wasn't, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna think about it. It was a commitment. I decided. I reached out to her, I got help, I got her program, I started focusing on it, and I'm gonna grow it. Whether it's one person a day or 100 people a day, it's a decision. So I see you commenting here, a lot of you, and this is amazing. So Corey, I decided. Yes, I've decided. You have to decide this. Victoria, let's see, so much. So I just started with, that's amazing. So yes, decision is the first thing. So tell me again, I've decided. That is number one. Number one. Now, if you're joining me late, you can also watch this replay later, but where I started was, there's a lot of different directions that we can go when it comes to fat loss. Most people, most experts out there, they're gonna put you in the bucket of, here's the fitness bucket, this is the workout you do, or here's what you eat, here's the nutrition bucket. Supplements fall into that too. All of those have a place. Supplements, fitness, nutrition, all of it. But none of it, absolutely none of it matters until you get in that right headspace and you make a decision first. Number one, decide. Okay, so how do we build on that decision? How do we build on it? So a decision is not just declaring it here, that's a great start, I love it, but start to notice in your mind throughout your day, throughout your life, where are you pushing that away or where are you pulling towards it? Rolling your eyes at somebody who has what you might want is pushing away. Understanding and asking more questions and learning how they got to where they are, that's a decision, okay? Listening for cues to help you get to your goal, that's a decision. And stopping your mind, stopping it anytime it goes to the but it won't work, but I've tried before, but it could fail. You've got to stop it. Stop it. Whatever you have to do to stop that. The more we focus on, the more we attract when it comes to that. So deciding comes first. Now, I've worked with a lot of clients over the years, a lot of clients, and I don't do one-on-one anymore, but I did one-on-ones for years, and I just want to show you just a couple examples of what is possible when you actually fully decide, okay? I'm going to show you a few of those. So, let me pulled out all the pictures. Hang on. So this is one of my clients. This is Terry. You guys see Terry when I met her? Now, when I met Terry, her story was, I've tried everything, Natalie. I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. What do you got? This was her story, okay? And she was ready to dive into the meal plans, the nutrition, the workouts, the mindset, whatever needs to happen. But she had done that before, and she had said, I tried everything, nothing works for me. So what I asked her is, what have you decided? And this is a new thing to try on for people, but I asked her, what have you decided? And when she started with the, I'm gonna try, nope. We have to get into intentional decision. When she decided, every action became easier. Every action became easier. And I'm gonna show you this. So this was Terry when I met her. She made that decision. She started taking the actions, because you can change everything then with your thoughts and actions once you've decided. This is her now. Look at her. That's her now. Okay? Look at her jeans that shrunk. I love this picture here. Okay? Example. But deciding comes first. Now she'll tell you she loves the nutrition I taught her. She loves the workouts. But that's not what changed her. It was that deciding part first. And then jumping full in. Got another one. This is Melissa. This is when I met her. Same thing. Same story. Same story that you all have. I know you have it. I've tried everything. Nothing works. I don't like to diet. Da, 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 da. But have you decided? This was her. This is her now. Deciding. Deciding. Got a few more I can show you. But I'm going to take some questions here too. I'm going to take some questions. Okay, so why am I sharing this right now? Because once you decide, the next step is you've got to take action. See, there's a whole method to my madness here. I have an entire formula for fat loss, and I've really simplified this. And I'm not going to go over all the steps right now, but just to give you a little background, it starts with decision. And then we get more into vision. So we stay in the mindset piece first. After we've ironed those parts out, that's when we get into the nutrition. And nutrition works very different for you once you're in that mind space. So it's interesting when people think I'm a nutrition coach or a fat loss or a workout coach, because I am, but I'm really more of a mindset coach. But no one wants mindset. See, y'all didn't think you wanted mindset. But as you're listening to me, you're probably seeing that there's a really important aspect of that. So I spend the majority of my time there with clients. When we get to the right state there, then anything is possible. You see, because you can become an entirely different person by changing two things, and that's your thoughts and your actions. See, if you change your thoughts and your actions, you can become an entirely different person. So once you've made that decision, now you get to work on, what am I thinking about? What am I pushing away? What am I attracting? And what are the actions I need to take? Now, there's two ways to take actions. One way to take actions is just to do it yourself and go, I'm just going to try. I'm just going to do things that I think I should do. But that's not the smartest way to take actions. Do you know what the best way to take actions is? Anyone have a guess? You can type it in here if you do. What's the smartest way to take actions? The smartest way to take actions, that's funny. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. A few funny comments on Instagram over there. Okay, what do you do? What's the best way to take an action? You find somebody who's done what you want, who's achieved what you want, and you ask them how they did it. You get their method. That's it. Now, what doesn't work is if you find somebody who hasn't been through what you've been through. So just be aware of that. And I bring this up now because I am 49 years old. I'm 49 years old, and I've been through a lot. So when I started this live, I said, attention women in your 40s and 50s, I love when I talk with you. I'm telling you, I might be your girl because I get it. I've had a baby. I'm a mom. I've been through lots of things with life. I have perimenopause. I've had more injuries than I can account and overcome them. I have an autoimmune. I've been through all of it, so I get you. So nothing against 20-year-olds. I love ya. But most of you have not been through all of the life experiences that happen as we age. It's different in your 40s and 50s. It's different. Now, when I was 20 or 30, I didn't think that. I thought that was baloney, but it is. It's different. Doesn't mean things aren't possible, but it's different. So when I work with women, I take them through my method. So I'm sharing this now because there is an opportunity for you right now to get my entire method. Would you want it? Would you want my whole method? Talk to me if you do. And I'm going to answer. By the way, go ahead and ask questions too, because I'm going to come back to those in a second. Let's see. No, just lots of, yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah. And let's see. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. I'm going to give you my whole method if you want it. So if you want my method, if you're serious about it, I want you to write in the comments, thrive, the word thrive, THRIVE. Write the word thrive in the comments. That's how I'll know. Because if you write the word thrive, if you're on my Facebook, I'm going to instantly send you a message that's going to help you. If you're on Instagram and you write it, I don't have that set up, but I will go back through and find you on there, on the replay, okay? But you know what, actually, if you're on Instagram, send me a DM with the word thrive, and I'll know. If you're on Facebook, put it in the comments here, write the word thrive, and I'm going to send you exactly what's, okay, awesome. A lot of you doing it. So on Instagram, you're writing in the comments, awesome. If you can, also DM me so I don't lose you in that, but write the word thrive. There is a method to this. There is a method to this, and I want to help you with it more. Now, and I'm going to give you, some of you, an opportunity right now. Now, those of you that write it, I'm going to send you a little bit more information on it so we can see if you're a candidate. But for those of you that are a quick start, that are like, this is resonating and let's go. Any of you there? Like, this is resonating and let's go. I'm going to invite you to an opportunity that I've got right now for you. Okay, and as you can tell, if you've been listening to my live, I'm not a normal, everyday fat loss or fitness coach. I don't do the whole beat your body up and starve yourself. That is not what I do. I have a very different way of teaching nutrition and fat loss that makes it super simple and easy and even fun, believe it or not. That doesn't involve deprivation. It involves adding, not subtracting, not starving ourselves. We don't count calories. I don't do any of that. But the magic trick that I have with my method and how I help is I get you in a different state. Many of you have asked me throughout this conversation, how do I get motivated? How do I do that? How do I change my mindset? I have a magical method there. I'm good at it. And when you work with me, that's what I can help you with. That's what I can help you with. So for those of you that are quick start and you're like, this is resonating, I want in, I've got limited spots for this and it's starting a week from this Monday. On the 18th it starts, but you wanna grab a spot now because I have limited spots. I am going to take a group of you, and I am capping this group because I wanna help everyone that does this, through a process, but for 8 weeks. And we're gonna go deep and you're gonna get radical results. And results are guaranteed, by the way. So failure is not an option with this. What I've done is I've taken the best of what's worked with all my past clients, like Nicole, this was her. This is her now, by the way. With all my past clients, I have so many of these stories I can share, okay? The best of what's worked with all my programs, and I created what I call Total Body Thrive. And Total Body Thrive is starting a week from Monday, and it's gonna be epic. And the reason it's gonna be epic is because I'm not gonna let anyone fail in it. And you're gonna learn and you're gonna change things. And it's gonna start with that mindset because I'm gonna help you get laser clear with your decision and your vision and what it is that you want for yourself. And when we can paint that picture of what you want for yourself, which I'm gonna help you do, and we can figure out what's holding you back from getting that, then game on. And then you're really ready. And after we do that, we're gonna go deep into nutrition in a way that you've never been taught nutrition before. And I don't mean like science geeky nutrition. I mean in a way that's so simple for you to understand that you're not gonna have to worry when you go to a restaurant or a party or a friend's house, like it's gonna work for you. You'll know exactly what to eat, how to swap it out, and you'll understand why certain foods are making you tired or foggy headed or low energy or not confident. You'll understand all of that because I'm gonna make it so simple for you and help you through it. But that's not it. I'm also gonna help you with the workout side. And in a different way, I'm gonna show you things you can do with your own body weight at home that make it easy. And bonus, if you've been injured or you have experienced pain, because that is my expertise and that's what I'm gonna help you through. If you don't know this about me, I had 3 major injuries last year. Totally freak accident, but one of them was tearing my bicep, believe it or not during a workout. So I had to relearn a lot about functional training, how we have to eat to get rid of inflammation. I'm gonna be sharing all of that. But the best part of this program is not only are you getting all of that, you're gonna have a private group where all questions are answered and a live call with me every week, like we're doing now, but on Zoom, so I can see you face to face and all questions are answered and you get all the help that you need. If this is interesting to you, if you want in, go to totalbodythrive.com right now. Totalbodythrive.com. That's where I would start. Totalbodythrive.com. Grab your spot. Listen, I mentioned earlier on this that it all starts with a decision. This is an example of a decision. If what I'm saying is resonating with you, if you've had enough, you're tired of feeling like you're carrying around this extra weight, that you're not feeling energetic, that your confidence is going, I get it, I've been there. If you feel like you're in pain, if you feel like you're too old or it's too late, any of that, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you woman to woman as a 49-year-old female who's been through a lot of this. It is not too late for you. You absolutely can do this. And I'm opening up, instead of doing one-on-one, which my prices on that would be very high, I have discounted this and made it super affordable so I can help a group of you go through this. Now, just to share a little bit on how I priced it and why I priced it this way, this is 8 weeks of live coaching with me. Me, not my team alone, me. I'm actually in there on these live calls with you, coaching you. You're also gonna fill out an intake form when you join, so I have all of your information. So I understand what you've been through, what your struggles are, so I can help customize this. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You would pay a nutritionist a lot, heck, more money than what I'm charging for this, and they wouldn't be helping you with all these aspects I'm talking about. So if you're a quick start, go there now, totalbodythrive.com. Let's see, what about Kimberly? What about being in full-blown menopause? Same thing. So Kimberly, I've worked with a lot of women in full-blown menopause. It's very real that our hormones change. It's very real, but it doesn't mean that it's doomsday. It doesn't mean you have to get thicker in the middle. It doesn't mean your energy has to drop. That is baloney. It's what I call a false assumed truth. It is not true. Menopause is real. What happens with our hormones is real, but what it means, bull. I'm calling BS because I've worked with too many women that we get around it. When you get in this right state of decision and we start recognizing these false assumed truths and we can shift that, what you learn then through the nutrition changes everything. Changes everything. So yes, even in menopause, even with an autoimmune disease, even when you think I can't work out because I'm too old, whatever it is, even with that, that's the big part of it. That's a big part of it. Okay, let's see. How do you not allow emotional depression and anxiety induce eating? Let's see. Jay, that's a great question. And that also comes down, I'm not saying this is going to be easy, but it starts with that decision. And you're doing a good job because you're recognizing it. So you're saying, how do I not allow emotional depression and anxiety induce eating to interfere? Well, willpower doesn't work with that. Like you saying, what's wrong with me? I have to have willpower. I have to have control. That doesn't work because that makes you feel like you're in self-beat up all the time. So that's not the way to do it. So I get that triggers cripple you, but it starts with that mindset piece first. And that mindset piece is believing it's possible for you. And if you don't feel that it is, that's why you may really need my help here, because that's what I'm going to dive in with you. Because that piece, starting to believe it's possible, seeing possibility, being able to live in that vision, that's what starts to change everything. You see, if you don't think something's possible, it will not be possible. It can't happen. So it has to start with that. Let's see, what about thyroid? Same thing. All of it. All of these things are real things, but what we make of it, the meaning behind it is called a false assumed truth. And I say that because if there's somebody else in your situation that has a different result, then it's a false assumed truth. I had a client last year in my program, a different program that we had done. This program is like that program on steroids. It's like a way bigger, we've dialed this in so much more. But in that program, she came in day one and said, Natalie, my doctor said because I had a hysterectomy, I'm going to gain 30 pounds, and I gained 30 pounds. Am I doomed? And I thought, how interesting. Your doctor said you're going to gain 30 pounds, so then you gained 30 pounds. Now, how did that happen? Was it woo-woo that it just because he said it happened? No. What happened is she started to believe, and then it was validated by her doctor. So now her actions were going to start supporting gaining those 30 pounds. That's what happened. That's what happened. So we had to work there first. Before we could work on the diet, before we could work on the activities, we had to get very clear there. And you know what happened? She lost all 30 pounds. All of it. Gone. I'm not going to say lost. She released it because it's not coming back. So it's very, very real. Very real. What about total hip replacement? Kelly, same thing. Anna C-section, same thing. All of it. It's still possible. I'm not saying those things don't make it more challenging. They do. But it's still possible. We just have to start looking at solutions with it all. We have to look at solutions with it all. But the more we buy into the marketing we see and the mainstream media of you're doomed because of this, the more we start to believe it. And that's what has to shift first. It has to start with the decision. Okay, so for those of you that have not been on this whole time live, I'm gonna ask you, you can totally go back to the beginning after. These replays will be up. But if this is resonating with you and you want more information on my method, type the word thrive in the comments. Type the word thrive in the comments, okay? If you are on Instagram, DM me the word thrive. If you're on Facebook, type it in the comments here, looking at both of you. If you're a quick start and you're like, this is resonating, I want in, because this is filling up quick and we start in a week, then go directly to totalbodythrive.com. Totalbodythrive.com, reserve your spot. Reserve your spot. If you have any questions about it, you can message us to support@nataliejillfitness.com, and we can help figure out if it's for you. You can also send me a DM on Instagram and I can help you there. Okay? Or on Facebook, actually. Let's see, let's read. Okay, so Melanie, no matter how much I exercise, my weight will not go down. Exactly, so that is very real. But I want you to understand that that's also a false assumed truth, and it doesn't have to be the way. So it has nothing to do with how much exercise you're doing. It has to do first with that decision, that mind place that we're in, that I want to help you get to. My method is foolproof for this. Believing it's possible. And then after that, only after we're in that great ideal state, then we dive into nutrition. Because the nutrition tweaks changes a lot. And then with that, after that is exercise is third. It is not first, it's third. It's third. Let's see. Okay. A few more questions I'm gonna take. Amazing, let's see. Okay, we've got a couple here. Nope, looks like I'm answering, let's see, I did total, no, Gauge Girl, I don't know what your name is. You did not do Total Body Thrive before because it's the first time I've ever released it. I've never released Total Body Thrive before. This is a brand new program that I've been working on for the last 6 months. So you might have done one of my other programs, maybe Full Body Reset or 7-Day Jumpstart. Total Body Thrive is a brand new program. So I've taken the best of what worked in some of my other programs, and some of that is in here, but I have all new material coming. Lots of new material coming in Total Body Thrive. So it's not the same program. Let's see, a few more questions here. Whoops, questions just went away. Amazing. How is low carb, Rachel, not necessarily. Rachel's asking, is a low carb diet preferred? Not necessarily. And it also depends on how you define carbs. So to me, carbs are fruits, vegetables, and breads, pasta, cereals, and all those things. So what I teach through Total Body Thrive and my method is I teach a way of unprocessing your diet where we don't eliminate whole food groups. Now, we're gonna do portions and blending things together, but we don't eliminate whole food groups at all. So I don't take out all carbs or anything like that. Got it. Oh, Chelsea, thank you. They're probably thinking of a book called, yeah, I don't know about that book. I don't know that book. Total Body Thrive is a new program. Tammy, hi Tammy. She said, how similar is this to what I did last January? Did you do Full Body Reset last January, Tammy? This is another level. So some of the stuff from Full Body Reset, by the way, Tammy, and anyone listening, if you have done my Full Body Reset or my Fat Loss Academy in years past, ever, Fat Loss Academy or Full Body Reset, send a message to support because we actually have an alumni discount for Total Body Thrive, believe it or not. So, because you're already an alumni. So you get a special discount on that, Tammy. So how similar is it? We took the best of what worked from it, but we've added so much more. So a lot of new stuff, plus it's 8 weeks, not 6. So a lot more Zooms with me and live calls. Most of my past clients, when they say what they loved most about my programs, it was the live Zoom. So yes, there's an entire program, and this is not like an ebook you're gonna get. It's so much more than an ebook. It's definitely not just an ebook. You're gonna get an entire academy of videos and training, lots of downloads and workbooks to support you, plus the live training with me where I help you individually and I help everybody as a small group. So I help get all your questions answered. Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. It was great chatting tonight. I've got a lot more lives planned this week on some different topics. So if you are enjoying my lives, make sure you hit notifications on my profile so you get notified when I go live. So that's how you know. If you want more information on my method, put the word Thrive in the comments on Facebook or in Instagram, send me a DM. If you're a quick start and you're like, I'm ready to go, I want my spot, I want to coach with you, I want to learn, then go to totalbodythrive.com. This is going to fill up quick. So grab a spot. I am capping it at a certain number. I have to because I get to know everybody personally and I can't do it more than too many people. So make sure you get in. All right. Thanks everyone. Happy Sunday. Bye.